Hey guys, Ben Rauschenbach here,
and
this is
my woodworking journey.
And today we're going to build a miter saw table slash assembly table slash repeatable cut table. This is going to be something I'm going to use to really help me refine some cabinet making. Got to make a lot of cabinets in here just to get some things stored away. And the first item of business is to create a bench that I can do that with efficiently. Spent about $28 on this sheet of BC plywood down at the Home Depot, and then for about $16, $17 a sheet I got this, I think they call it RDX, but it's basically just I'd call it like a CD plywood. So first thing is to get everything laid out and start my cuts. So what I've done here is I've clamped the top and bottom pieces of the table together, and I've got everything laid out. So it's going to be the whole table is actually going to be in two parts, but it's going to be an 8-foot long by 4-foot wide table, and each section is going to be 2 feet wide. So I just want to make sure that the top and the bottom are exact. So I got everything laid out, clamped down. I'm going to make my first cut here and cut both sheets at the same time. Everybody's miter saw is going to be a little different. I set my miter saw, this is going to be the base of the bench, and this is the top of the bench, so I know that my internal supports are going to have to be the distance from the top of the miter saw down to the bottom. Okay, now that I got my first 3" and a hair strip cut, I wanted to set up a system where I can make repeatable cuts. I need to make 6 of those boards. So I clamped a piece of scrap lumber here. I know that I've got a relatively straight edge. That's a factory edge right there on this piece of OSB, and I want every one of my boards to be this distance here. So I'm going to pull that out, and I can slide this little jig over and over as I make my cuts, and I can make repeatable cuts there. Okay, so I've got 6 3" and a hair boards cut out, and I can see real quickly how handy this new table is going to become, because just being able to cut these boards where there's no sag in it makes it real difficult to get a laser straight edge, particularly when this plywood is wobbly. So next step is to break these sheets down into the proper length. So I've set up just a temporary stop block at the appropriate distance to make repeatable cuts. Okay, so what I wanted to do is kind of give you a basic idea of the layout here. This is the top of what will be my assembly table, if you will. And these are the structural pieces that we just cut out at the back. And I'm going to go ahead and pocket hole these and get these to where I have no fasteners on the top. I have a nice smooth top. Okay, I've got my correct pocket hole jig set up here, got things marked out. I'm going to get rolling on making the pocket holes to connect this, the top to the sides here. Got my pocket holes in here. Just want to show you some progress. We've got the back put in and the 2 sides over here put in. I'm using glue and screws there, and then I've got these middle pieces laid out, and I will be gluing and screwing those in as well. Now you can kind of see this thing taking shape. Again, this is the top, this will be the bottom. And the bottom I'm going to screw right down through here. Got everything assembled here. A little trickier than I thought. You got to be careful around these edges. But I got one box set up here. I'm going to spend a little time sanding it. Got everything sanded down smooth. Feels really nice. This is going to be the finished surface here, so I'm just going to rub a little finishing wax on the top of that. Okay. Beautiful. Nice, smooth. So now that I have one done, I'm going to use this to assemble my miter saw side. So this is a little more tricky. Again, this is the top, and I'm going to show you kind of my layout lines here. Okay, I went ahead and laid out my structural support pieces here. You can kind of see my markings coming on down. And right here is where the miter saw is going to go, or just kind of a tool section is going to go. And you can see I've got that laid out, and here's the back support laid out here. Okay, we've got everything oriented right. Kind of see here, here's the tool well, we'll call it. And just going over the top of it here with a little 120 grit sandpaper. And so we'll just soak that wax right up. Alright guys, so here it is, my assembly table, workbench. It's exactly 4 by 8. So it's a huge work surface. Well, that completes the woodworking table here. Very pleased with the way it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this project. Try it at home. This will be something that will make working with sheet goods really, really easy and enjoyable. It was fun just to get out here and do some work with wood. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you can see some of the new accessories we're going to make for this table, and just as I continue to build things for my shop. See you next time.